Oh, so Michelle, can you allow me to share my screen?
Certainly can.
Thank you.
That should do the trick.
All right, great. Okay, so good afternoon, everybody, and it's a great honor to be invited to join this session and talk about supplementary authorization in computer science. And my name is Hao Yue, and right now I'm an associate professor and also the associate chair of the computer science department at San Francisco State University. And so I'm also, I have also been a computer science researcher and educator for more than 6 years. And so right now I'm also the director of a program called CS for All at San Francisco State University, which aims to prepare and support computer science teachers at kindergarten through 12th grade by collaborating with school districts and the county office of education in Bay Area. I'm also the director of the computer science supplementary authorization program at San Francisco State University. I'm going to spend some time to introduce this supplementary authorization program during this session. I feel very, I'm very happy to be here and share some general information about the computer science supplementary authorization, and also share information about our own supplementary authorization program at San Francisco State University. So by the way, I got COVID last week, so right now I'm feeling much better. However, I'm still coughing, so please bear with me if I try not to cough during when I speak, but bear with me if I cough. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so if you join this session, I believe you are interested in teaching computer science, or at least you are interested in knowing more about how you can become a computer science teacher in your at your school in California. So computer science, in fact, has become a very, very important subject, and it has been changing our life. And actually, we can see, or we can find computer science technology that are used in many, many areas in our daily life. And also, a lot of students are super excited or super enthusiastic about learning computer science, but right now the reality is a little bit disappointing. And so in California, actually, as of 2019, only 39% of high school offer computer science courses, and also a lot of middle school and elementary schools also do not offer computer science courses to their students. And a recent research study also revealed that students of color, students in rural areas, and also students from low-income households are less likely to have access to computer science classes at their schools as compared to Asian students and white students, and also students from from high-income community, and also students in modern cities or modern areas. So there are so many challenges in providing computer science education to all students in California. And so one of those challenges is there is a shortage of qualified computer science teachers who can teach equitable and rigorous computer science to our students. So, well, let's look at who are authorized to teach computer science in California. So, computer science is, as compared to other subjects like math or science, computer science is relatively a new subject. So right now in California, there is no single subject credential. So if you are a teacher and you have one of the following single subject credential, you are allowed to teach computer science, or you are authorized to teach computer science. So those subjects are mathematics, business, or industrial and technology education. So this is California's current requirements, but in fact, I have some doubts or questions about this, because actually, there have been a lot of teachers who join our supplementary authorization program to learn more about computer science content knowledge and pedagogy. A lot of those teachers are math teachers or science teachers. I mean, as you can see, actually, math teachers are already authorized to teach computer science, in California. But however, a lot of math teachers still do not feel very comfortable because, they never got any training on computer science. I mean, math and computer science are quite different subjects. So although right now in California, teachers with single subject credentials in math, business, and industrial and technology education are authorized to teach computer science, you may still need some training if you have never, learned any, if you do not have any prior knowledge in computer science. Okay, if you are a teacher with CTE, I mean, career technical education credential in information technology, you are also authorized to teach computer science. Okay, but what if you are a teacher, but you don't have any of those credentials, then and you are interested in teaching computer science, then what could you do? Right? So in that case, you can get something called supplementary authorization in computer science, which will also authorize you to teach computer science in California. So then what is a supplementary authorization? Supplementary authorization is like a certificate, and this authorization will authorize the holder to teach a class in a subject outside the area in which he or she earned a credential. For example, if you have a single subject credential in science, and so then you are authorized to teach, science classes, right? But what if you want to teach computer science? Then you can get a supplementary authorization in computer science. This will authorize you to teach computer science, which is a subject outside, the area in which your credential is, right? So I want to draw your attention. So there are two types of supplementary authorization. So one is called introductory supplementary. The other one is called specific supplementary. Okay. So next, I'm going to show you the difference between those two types of supplementary authorizations. First, let's look at introductory supplementary in computer science, right? So introductory supplementary in computer science can be added to either a single subject teaching credential or a multiple subject teaching credential. And this supplementary authorization allow the holder to teach computer science classes in grades 9 and below. So for example, if you are an elementary school or a middle school teacher, and you have either a single subject teaching credential or a multiple subject teaching credential, and then you can get an introductory supplementary authorization, which will allow you to teach computer science, for your grade level, right? It's like grades 9 and below. But if you are a high school teacher, and can you apply for a introductory supplementary authorization? Well, the answer is yes. So a teacher with introductory supplementary authorization in computer science is allowed to teach a class, a computer science class at high school. But your curriculum, but the curriculum you teach should be for grades 9 and below. So, but however, I mean, the students in your class could be in grades 10 to 12. That means you can teach a computer science class to high school kids, but the curriculum you teach should be for grades 9 and below, since your supplementary authorization is introductory supplementary authorization. Okay, and then what if you want to teach a high school computer science class to high school students? In that case, you will need specific supplementary authorization. Okay, so specific supplementary authorization can be added to a single subject teaching credential, and this supplementary authorization authorizes the holder to teach computer science classes from preschool to kindergarten all the way through 12th grade, and even some classes organized for adults. Okay, so as you can see, specific supplementary authorization actually, will allow the holder to teach more kind of or broader grade bands as compared to the introductory supplementary authorization, right? And so here, I want to draw your attention because we got like inquiries about this. We got many inquiries about this, previously. So when some teachers, they are interested in our supplementary authorization program. So if you don't have a single subject credential or multiple subject credential, but you have, for example, special education credential or CTE teaching credentials, unfortunately, you cannot add a supplementary authorization in computer science to your credentials. So I mean, this rule was set by CTC, and I don't know why. And so if you have any question, feel free to contact CTC about this. But based on their current requirements, unfortunately, teachers with special education credential or CTE teaching credential cannot get a supplementary authorization in computer science. Okay. Okay. So I introduce the general information about supplementary authorization in computer science, and now I just want to quickly talk about, like, say, the benefits for getting a supplementary authorization in computer science. I mean, so we already know, right? If you are interested in teaching computer science and you enroll into a supplementary authorization program, and then at the end you can earn a supplementary authorization which will authorize you to teach computer science in California. And as you will see, some supplementary authorization programs, such as our supplementary authorization program at San Francisco State University, we do provide tuition waiver, which means you can get the supplementary authorization in computer science for free. So this is definitely a benefit if you need or if you want to get a supplementary authorization in computer science. And of course, then when you are studying for the supplementary authorization, you will you will learn computer science content knowledge as well as the pedagogical content knowledge in teaching computer science. And so as you will see, when you are in a supplementary authorization program, you will take some classes from a university, and so you will earn credits or units after you complete those classes. This may increase your steps on the salary schedule, and of course, this also depends on your bargaining agreement with the school districts. But you can contact your HR and request for more information. And so after you get a supplementary authorization, and you can also join a community of computer science teachers, and you will get continuously support and a learning opportunity for teaching computer science. For example, we are collaborating with school districts and the county office of education, such as Alameda and San Mateo, and we are going to establish community of practice for computer science teachers. And so then after you get a supplementary authorization, you can teach computer science to your students, and you will find that actually computer science is a very fun and exciting subject to teach. And even if you cannot teach computer science immediately after you get a supplementary authorization, and you can also try to incorporate computer science into the subject you are teaching right now. And in fact, many teachers who graduated from our supplementary authorization program right now incorporate computer science into their own classes, such as science class or creative computing classes, where they teach students the subject, but through computer science or with the support of computer science projects. And the students love that. So, also because right now, computer science is still a new subject, and a lot of schools right now, there's no computer science teacher. So you may become the first computer science teacher, at your school, and you can become a teacher leader in computer science, in the near future. This is also, I believe this is also a very good opportunity for future professional development and career development as a computer science teacher. Okay. So those are some benefits for getting a supplementary authorization in computer science. Okay, so we talk about the general information about supplementary authorization. We also look at the benefits, but then how can you be qualified for a supplementary authorization in computer science? So CTC requires that in order to get a supplementary authorization in computer science, you will need to complete either 20 semester units or 10 upper division semester units, or the equivalent quarter units. And because a different university, I mean, some universities may be semester based, some of them may be quarter based. So you will need either 20 semester units or 10 upper division semester units, or the equivalent quarter units with a grade of C or better in all those classes. And also, all those classes, must be taken from a computer science department, because this is a supplementary authorization in computer science, right? And so you must take those classes at a regionally accredited institution. And there are some additional requirements. Okay, so while you go to a computer science department, you take some courses, and also you can't take some arbitrary computer science courses. And so CTC also set some requirements about the computer science courses a teacher will need to complete in order to get the supplementary authorization. So the requirement is slightly different for introductory supplementary authorization and specific supplementary authorization. So as for introductory authorization, so the computer science courses a teacher take at a university must cover those 4 content areas and on the left-hand side. So those content areas are computational thinking, computing practice and programming, computer and communication device, and impacts of computing. Well, if you want a specific supplementary authorization, then the computer science courses you take at a university must cover 5 content areas as listed on the right-hand side. So those content areas are computer programming, data structure and algorithms, digital device systems and networks, software design, and impacts of computing. So I want to list those content areas here because previously, I have seen some teachers who actually already took some computer sciences previously from other universities, and so they want to use the courses they already completed towards their supplementary authorization, but they just want to figure out what is missing there, which courses they still need to complete. And if you fall into that. If you fall into this situation, you can look at those content areas and, just to make sure the computer science courses you have completed, are able to cover all those content areas for your supplementary authorization, then you are good, okay? So those are the content area requirements on the supplementary authorization in computer science. Okay, so now we know the requirements for being qualified for a supplementary authorization. And next, I would like to spend some time to share some information or about our own supplementary authorization program at SF State. So here are a few highlights about our supplementary authorization program. We developed and launched our supplementary authorization program in 2017, and as far as we know, we are our supplementary authorization program is the first one among all the 23 CSU campuses in California, and actually we are also one of the few universities that developed and offer a supplementary authorization program in computer science. Actually, back in 2017, as far as we know, there were only 2 or 3 or 4 universities who offer supplementary authorization program in computer science. SF State was one of them, and the other 3 were UC campuses. Okay, so UC Riverside, UC Irvine, and UC San Diego. So we are one of the first universities who developed and offer supplementary authorization program in computer science. And during the COVID pandemic, we have successfully converted all our classes to be online classes. So right now, all our classes are 100% online, and this can better accommodate the teachers who live far away from San Francisco, but also still want to join our supplementary authorization program. Our instructors actually have a very rich experience in computer science teacher professional development at K through 12th level. So we have actually more than 5 years of experience in this area. And another good news I want to share is we have been very successfully in securing some external funding to cover the tuition fee for teachers who participate in our supplementary authorization program. So we are able to provide tuition waiver. That means you don't have to pay for the tuition fee from your own pocket. We are able to cover that cost for our teachers. And well, I mean that actually for a lot of teachers, that is actually one of the major challenge or obstacles that block our teachers from getting a supplementary authorization, because frankly speaking, the tuition fee is expensive. So it is, for example, for our program, actually, the tuition fee is about $3,000 for a teacher who needs introductory supplementary authorization, and about $4,000 for a teacher who need a specific supplementary authorization. But good news is we are able to cover the tuition fee for our teachers. And so we are very proud that so far we have prepared more than 100 computer science teachers for more than 70 schools in Bay Area. So a lot of teachers, after they complete our supplementary authorization program, they left very, very positive feedback, and our overall retention rate and passing rate is also very good. Is higher than 90%. So we are actually very happy about that. Okay, so next, I want to share some information about our class schedule for the next cohort, and which will begin in summer 2023. So this table actually shows the class schedule of our supplementary authorization program for, the class schedule of our introductory supplementary authorization program for 2023 to 2024. So again, so CTC require that introductory supplementary authorization program must cover 4 content areas. So computational thinking, computing programming, computer device, and impacts computing. So our supplementary authorization program offer 4 classes, which will satisfy the requirements of CTC on those content areas. And teachers will begin in summer 2023, and the first class is called computational thinking, and then teachers will take the second class in fall 2023, is about computer programming, and then the third class in spring 2024, and it's about computer networks. And the last class will be in summer 2024, which is about impacts of computing. And you can also find the mapping from the courses to the content areas, in this table. Okay, in this table. So as you can see from this table, if you join us, if you join our next cohort in 2023, and if you need an introductory supplementary authorization, you will complete all the courses by summer 2024, and then we will support you to apply for your introductory supplementary authorization. So based on the current processing speed at CTC, you should be able to get your introductory supplementary authorization by the end of 2024. Okay, by the end of 2024. This is a table that shows our classes for specific supplementary authorization program. So CTC identified 5 content areas for specific supplementary authorization program. And so we offer 5 courses that cover those content areas. So if you compare the courses for specific supplementary authorization with the courses for introductory supplementary authorization, actually, you will find that the difference here is, the teachers who will need a specific supplementary authorization will have to take one more class, which is the last one, called software development and pedagogy. And so previously, this course were often offered in the fall semester, after this impact from computing class. But however, right now we are having a discussion about whether we will change the schedule for the last class, software development and pedagogy, from fall to summer, so that we can further shorten the duration of our supplementary authorization program for the new cohort. We haven't made any decision yet, but I just want to share this with you. So which means, if you join our specific supplementary authorization in 2023, you will complete all the courses either by the end of summer 2024 or by the end of the fall semester 2024, and then we will support you to apply for your supplementary authorization. And so so this is the class schedule for our specific supplementary authorization program. Okay. All right. So you may have some questions about supplementary authorization in computer science or our supplementary authorization program at SF State. So I have, as you can see, I have prepared some Q&A, and actually those came from the teachers in our previous cohort, right? So we found that, okay, those questions actually are common questions among many teachers who are interested in our supplementary authorization program and would like to apply for our supplementary authorization program. So I just I put them here, and so I want I will go through them, and hopefully if you have the same question, then I will be able to answer your question. And after this part, and if you still have questions about either supplementary authorization in computer science or our supplementary authorization program at SF State, you are more than feel free to ask me after my Q&A presentation. Okay. So a lot of teachers, do not have any prior knowledge about computer science. So they often wondering when they apply for a supplementary authorization program, they often wondering like what computer science skills, language, or coding background is needed or preferred to join the program. And there is no prerequisites of knowledge or coding background for our supplementary authorization program. So our supplementary authorization program actually is designed for all the teachers, okay, particularly for the teachers who do not have any prior knowledge in computer science. And so we have prepared many teachers who many computer science teachers who, when they join our supplementary authorization program, they never wrote any program before, or they never took any computer science classes before. So no worries at all, and there's no prerequisites on your knowledge or coding experience, in order to join our program. As long as you are interested in teaching computer science, you are enthusiastic about learning computer science, you are more than welcome to join our supplementary authorization program. And are the classes online? Yes. So all our classes are online through Zoom. But if you would like to meet our instructors in person, so you are more than welcome to schedule a meeting. And so you can come to SF State, and we can sit down and talk. But right now all our classes are online on Zoom. So again, this is just to accommodate teachers who live far away from San Francisco. How much does this program cost? So there is no monetary cost, because we will cover the tuition fee with our own grant, and we will also purchase the textbook and other class materials for our teachers. And after you complete all the courses, when you apply for supplementary authorization through SF State, we will also cover your application fee, which is $100 per teacher from our grant. Okay, so there is no monetary cost on your side. Okay, how large are our classes? So all our supplementary authorization program are cohort based, and so usually there are 30 to 40 teachers in each cohort. So for example, in this year, we have 2 cohorts, one for introductory supplementary authorization and one for specific supplementary authorization. And the size of both of those 2 cohorts are about 30 teachers. Okay. And approximately how many hours are required per week? A lot of teachers have questions like this, because you are going to take some courses from a university like San Francisco State University, and there will be some coursework, and you have to spend some time every week on that. So a lot of teachers want to know approximately how many hours are required in order to survive and pass those courses. So when we have classes in the regular semester, such as fall semester or spring semester, our classes often meet once per week on a late afternoon. So and that Zoom meeting is often about 2 hours. So it is a 2-hour per week synchronous session. And then we will give teachers some assignments to work after the class. And on average, teachers will need to spend 3 to 4 hours per week to finish those assignments. Of course, this will also depend on your own progress, right? Some teachers, they may spend less time. Some teachers may spend more time, but on average, it's about like 3 or 4 hours after class work per week. And we will also provide a lot of different kind of like supports for our teachers. And so we also have some classes in summer, and for summer classes, usually it will be a short class, like 1 week or 2 weeks, and we will have Zoom lectures every day. And so like it is about 3 hours Zoom session every day, plus some after class work. Usually it's like 2 hour after class work daily, but those are short classes. It's like 1 week or at most 2 weeks for summer. Okay, so do I need to take all of the classes, as I have some that may work for this credential? So again, so if you have already taken some computer science classes previously, and you want to use them towards your supplementary authorization, that's okay. So you can use previous coursework as long as they meet CTC's requirements, which also means that actually you can use the coursework you completed from at different university when you apply for your supplementary authorization. So CTC doesn't require like you take all the supplementary authorization courses from the same university. But again, as long as those courses meet CTCC requirements, you are good. And can I add the certificate or supplementary authorization after I earn my single subject? Yeah, that's doable. Some teachers, who join our supplementary authorization, when they join our supplementary authorization program, they are on their way to get their single subject credential. So what you could do is when you get your single subject credential, and then you can add your supplementary authorization to your new single subject credential. But you can work on both of them at the same time. So you can actually minimize the delay. For you to add your supplementary authorization to your single subject credential. Okay, so some teachers also have questions about CSAT, like will we need to take any exam like CSAT to earn the supplementary authorization? The answer is no. So supplementary authorization is different from single subject credential or multiple subject credential. You don't have to take any exams. So what you need is what you need are the coursework that meet CTCC requirements. So as long as you complete all those courses, you can submit an application to CTC and request or apply for a supplementary authorization. Will I be able to teach the subject after the program? So, well, you are authorized to teach computer science after you receive the supplementary authorization. But whether you can teach computer science, at your school or not, may also depends on other factors. For example, if there is any opening at your school, right, or if your school will offer computer science, in that semester, and you can definitely talk to your school leadership, and Michelle is also here. I think she can also share some information about how Alameda County Office of Education, can support here, right, for our new computer science teachers. But what I just want to say is, like, if you need any support from us, for example, if you need any letter of recommendation or kind of like verification letter to say you complete the supplementary authorization from our program, we are more than happy to do that. So just let us know. And what supports are provided for job placement, coaching, and or ongoing professional development when or if placed. So I have some exciting news that I want to share, right? So right now, San Francisco State University is collaborating with Alameda County Office of Education and San Mateo and San Francisco Unified School District. And so we are going to work together and organize, a few activities or initiatives to provide ongoing professional development and also coaching for our computer science teachers, right? So for example, we are going to establish some new community of practice for computer science teachers. San Francisco State University will also establish a new coaching, or we call it mentorship program, where we are going to recruit experienced computer science teachers to mentor new computer science teachers, in Bay Area. And we will definitely share, more information through our county office of education and our school districts to our new computer science teachers. And so there will be a lot of resources and opportunities for our computer science teachers, and we will keep everybody posted for sure. Okay. All right, I think, well, this is, my last slide. And if you, after this session, if you, would like to know, if you want to learn more about supplementary authorization in computer science, what you can do is you can go and read this document. Is called the Supplementary Authorization Guideline Book. This one was published by California CTC, and you can actually find all the information about supplementary authorization in computer science in that guideline book. Okay, so but well, my presentation, of course, summarize the key information from that guideline book. But if you still have question, you can read that guideline book and hope you should be able to find your answer there. Okay. All right. So okay, now yeah, this is the end of my presentation, and I will now turn it over back to Michelle. And but at the end of this session, I'm going to share. I mean, if after you hear my presentation, if you are interested in joining, if you are interested in getting a supplementary authorization and you are interested in joining our supplementary authorization program at SF State, you are more than welcome to apply for our program. And at the end of this session, I'm going to share the link with everybody where you can apply for our supplementary authorization program if you are interested. Okay, Michelle.
Thank you, Professor Howe, so much for that information. I'm glad that you're feeling better. I think you were able to kind of hold down the cough while recovery. So it was very clear and great information. And just wanted to take a moment that if anyone has any questions, to feel free to pop it into the Q&A. But certainly we're looking forward to many more opportunities of collaboration with the SFSU Computer Science Authorization Program, and also just supporting the computer science teachers in our county in general. It's a growing number, and thanks to such programs such as this, that teachers can step into the space and be able to teach either multiple subjects, single subject, and integrate it, or teach a course of computer science. So, and I'll just go ahead and say that, being a participant in this year's cohort, because I'm a longtime math teacher, it's actually been manageable. And I will apologize that any reason why I have to miss class is because I'm supporting schools after school. But, as usual, I think it definitely is something that I know that we had a few teachers at the beginning of the week share one of their projects, and they were enthused, excited, and it couldn't say enough wonderful things about the program and how it's really transformed their instruction. So I encourage those who are, thinking about getting this authorization. It's free, and it's a great way to be able to find inspiration and professionally grow. So why not? So if you have that information, Professor Howe, for those who might be interested, I'd love for you to share it. So that people can sign up for this wonderful opportunity. I know that, the cohorts, although they're big for both the introduction and the specific, they do get filled up, over time, because it is a wonderful chance for teachers to learn and add on. So I can see that. So you gave me the registration form. I don't know if that's something that's visible to the panel, but I'll try to see if I can do that. But what we are going to do, regardless, is that we are going to send a follow-up email at the end of this week, hopefully tomorrow, that will have all these key pieces from our sessions available to the participants. So if they want to look at the form, look at, the document that you're sharing that will, speak to the program, we'll have that all in one synopsis email at the end of our Hour of Code week. So thank you for dropping that. And we'll make sure we get it to all of those who are attending and also are interested in looking to the program deeper after this webinar session is done. But if there's any other questions, I just want to, open up the space. And thank you for your time.
So, Michelle, I just want to mention, so I dropped 2 links there. The first one is the registration link. The second one is Flare. So we with key information about our supplementary authorization program. So feel free to also share it with teachers who are interested in that. And because I joined this presentation, so so we decided to open the registration earlier, this time, maybe for the Alameda County, but feel free to share it with your teachers. And usually we started to recruit a new cohort in spring, but now you already have the link, so feel free to share it with teachers in Alameda County. And usually we enroll our teachers on a first come first serve basis until we fill out all the spots. So yes, so just to encourage the teachers to apply as early as possible if they are interested. And because you are right, our spots actually fill in very quickly because a lot of teachers want to join us, and So yeah, but we are, we look forward to seeing more teachers from Alameda County this time. Yeah,
we do. And so, but you, like you said, it's not limited to, so we're trying to share it amongst many different circles so that folks
sure.
can,
Yeah,
again,
absolutely.
take hold of the opportunity. So I just put it into the Q&A, so hopefully folks can get that link to the registration form and the one pager in terms of like the program description. But if there's any other further questions, folks can reach out to me and I can connect them to you. Or I'm sure that you're pretty certain. I think your contact information is on the one pager as well. So wonderful. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to share about this. We are going to post it. So hopefully that, more teachers can see that this is something that, they may be interested in. So thank you for all for attending. And I'm sorry for the volume snafu. It's my fault coming in frazzled from another meeting. So apologize, but I'm glad that we were able to get this information out and share.
That's okay. And thank you again for inviting me. And, very happy to be part of this, DSED week event. So, yeah. Thank you very much.
Yes, pleasure all around. All right. Well, thank you and have a good evening. Thank
Okay.
you all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.